Coach Chris here with your ankle car and tibial car video. In this video, you get to see my feet. That might be an unfortunate thing, or if you like feet, then please partake. But in either case, this is necessary to show you what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do, we're going to start with our ankle, and what I want you to do is I'm going to put my hand here on my tibia, which is like this thing here. I'm just going to hold it down. Okay, so I don't want this to move at all. And as I'm going through the ankle car, so an ankle car looks like this. I'm just doing a nice circle around, go around the opposite direction here. And as I'm doing that, what my tibia wants to do is to move with the ankle car. You see how that happens. So what I'm doing with my hands is I'm just pushing down to try to create some pressure so that doesn't happen. And I want to limit my rotation to where that also doesn't happen. So it might be very little, kind of spinning in and out, and that's fine. I just want to make a note of that. So I'm here. And again, I'm going to start to move around. I'm just making note of where my tibia wants to start to move. So it could be there. And note that you will get some movement from it. I just don't want like a huge deviation. It's like when I start to feel movement, which is right about there, I stop and I start to go down. Whereas for me, I can get a lot further out than I can in, and then I'm coming back around. Typically, I'll do anywhere from like 3 to 5 ankle cars in each direction. The other thing you want to look for here is the toes. All right, as I go around, I want my toes to kind of stay in line with my foot, as opposed to bending as I go down, straightening as I go up. And what you could do is you can actually either just attempt to spread the toes or put a toe spacer between the toes, or even like a pin, just to help kind of lock them into one position. Any of that stuff will work. So again, just knocking out that nice ankle car there. And where I start, of course, what we want to make note of here is whether or not we feel pinching. If you do feel pinching in any particular place, simply attempt to make the circle smaller to avoid that area. So rather than maybe coming all the way down where, ooh, I feel a pinch there, I might just come to here. Again, just continue to rotate around and just move around the pinch. As we gain more ankle control and range of motion, this will improve. All right, so now the next variation of this, okay, would be a standing ankle car. All right, the standing ankle car I really like a lot. But what this looks like, what I really like with this is the fact that we can keep our feet fixed to the ground. So with the standing ankle car, what I want you to think about doing is bring your knees together, kind of pull your toes towards your nose, okay, and push your knees forward. So I'm squatting down as far as I can. I'm feeling kind of a stretch in the back of my ankle. Now I'm going to push my knees out and start to push my feet into the ground and stand out of it. Okay, we're going to do this a couple times. So knees together, start to pull the toes up, drop down as far as we can into kind of like a squat position there. Push the knees out, straighten the legs out. One more time. Pull us in, drop down, push out, come up. Then we're going to flex. We're going to do the opposite. I'm going to push the knees out. Again, pull the toes up, pull deep into a squat as far as I can with my ankles staying on the ground or my heels staying on the ground, and just push myself out. Toes out, pull up and in, push together, push out. Just one more time. Pull up. And push out. Okay? And that's just another way to do your ankle car. You could definitely do it. You could definitely do that as well with one leg, by standing on one leg. But I'm showing you the 2-leg version today because it's just a little bit easier to demonstrate. But next we're going to move to the tibial car. So like I was saying before, whereas I don't want my ankle to move, my tibia to move with my ankle car, I do want it to move with my tibial car. Okay, so what that means is that the easier version of this is I'm just going to put my hands here and I'm going to encourage movement in. So I want my tibia to move with my ankle. I want these two areas to move together. So I move out and I move in. I move out and I move in. And what I want you to look for is, do we have less motion in or out, in comparison to the other side? Okay, so look, I can do this about 10 times. It's pretty easy. And then I'll just scan the other side. You out of here?
I'm out of here.
All right, so I will, do we have a call today? Let's just,
No.
okay, see you tomorrow. Or see you maybe Monday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're rotating. And again, if I find that I have a little bit more motion on one side versus the other, I want to make note of that. And I want to just maybe focus a little, maybe a few more reps on one side in particular. Now we're going to move to the more complicated version, and this is the one that I ultimately want you to do, especially if you do have knee pain. This is a tibial, full tibial rotation. So I'm going to take my elbow, I'm going to put my knee pit in kind of a headlock here. I'm going to extend my leg out, rotate in, come down, rotate out. So extend my leg out, rotate in, come down, rotate out. One more time, extend out, rotate in, come down, rotate out. And then I'll do the opposite. I rotate in, extend up, come out, come down. Rotate in, up, out, down, in, up, out, down. And there you have it. Those are our ankle and our tibial cars. But very important exercises, particularly if you do have knee pain. Spend a little bit more time on the side where you lack control. And again, just report back on what you feel. Do you feel any pinching? Are there any issues with those? If there are, we can certainly workshop them, but give those a go. Let me know how it feels.